Hey guys, I hope y'all are doing well and I hope you are excited about session 12. The reason why you should be excited about session 12 is that it encompasses registration. So believe it or not, here it is. It's time to register for spring 2022. Oh my goodness, time is flying. All right, so the title of session 12 is Preparation and Registration. And so I am asking you to do a little bit of reflection on preparing for the end of the semester and then getting registered. So when we get started in session 12, the first assignment is the late paper journal. When you access the journal assignment, you are going to see that there is a link for the late paper. That is a case study that you will read. You're going to access that case study and read what happens in the case study. This is obviously about a student submitting something late. When you get to the bottom of the case study, there is a section that asks you to think about who is most responsible and least responsible, and then those in between. So this is kind of where you're going to focus to get an idea of what the journal is asking you to do. You don't have to do anything on this particular case study page, but you do need to pay attention to what it's asking. In the journal entry itself, it's asking you to just copy and paste these two questions here. So we'll do that. Start or edit my journal entry, and then we will paste that into the entry box. So you'll see question 1 is asking you to rank each character in order of their responsibility of Kim's failing grade. Give a different score to each character and then explain why you gave that score to that character. So what I would suggest you do is, if we go back to the case study, number 1 is the person that is most responsible for Kim's failing grade. So I would likely go in here and number, oh my goodness, I can't even count today. All right. So let's put numbers, and then let's do the name of the person who you think is most responsible, and then you would put in your explanation, okay? I want to make sure that you are thoroughly understanding what happened in the case study and really given a good reflection about why that person failed at that number. Remember that once we are done putting our information into the journal entry, we are going to change the color of our font. Make sure that this is in sentence form and that you proofread. And when we get to number 2, we're going to think solely about Kim and how she was affected, okay? So she was the most affected by the failing grade because it was her. So I want you to think for a few minutes what Kim should have done differently in order to prevent that scenario from occurring. So you will answer this in complete sentence form. And once you do, you are going to change that font color. When you are finished with that, you're going to hit Save Changes. You'll be done with your journal entry. Make sure that you give that enough effort and content. Looking at activity 2 for session 12, this is just a file. When you click on this link, it's going to open up a file for you. And that file is going to look like this. Okay, this is the step-by-step directions on how to register in WebAdvisor. It starts with number 1, it goes to number 2, and so forth all the way down. So if you have this pulled up, you will be able to see exactly how to register for your courses for the spring semester using WebAdvisor. Now, This file will always be available to you in Moodle, so I'm just going to scroll through here pretty quickly and just let you see what you are going to see when you click on that file. So once you have these directions, you can actually go to WebAdvisor and you can get started with the registration process. So spring 2022 registration opens on Monday, October 25th. So if you're viewing this video and it is before Monday, October 25th, you are welcome to go into WebAdvisor and follow these directions up until the point of pushing the button to register, because it is not going to allow you to register early, but it will allow you to see the courses and the course offerings for the spring 22 semester. If you are viewing this video and it is after Monday, October the 25th, well, then there you go. You can go and use the directions and go all the way through the registration process and get registered. I want to take a quick moment and show you where you access WebAdvisor, because it may have been a few weeks since you've done that. If you see the Nash Community College webpage, hopefully you're seeing that on your screen. This orange drop-down menu that says Student Portal, you'll click on that, and then there is a link here for WebAdvisor, and I'm already logged in, so sorry, you won't see a login page. But you will use the same username and password that you use for Moodle and email in order to get into WebAdvisor. Please make sure that nothing is capitalized in your username in order to access WebAdvisor. That is a common mistake. If you have issues logging in, just reach out, let me know, and we can video chat, and I can do my best to get you into WebAdvisor and get you started. Now, when you are looking at the course offerings for the spring 2022 semester, you need to be using the future course plan that you completed when you had your advisor meeting, when you were working on completing your advisor meeting assignment. So you should have that future course plan either printed out or on your screen. Those classes that advisor advised you to take for the spring are the ones that you need to be registering for. Please do not go rogue and try to decide on your own what you need to register for. That is always a bad idea and typically ends with students prolonging their completion of their degree. Also, if you are on financial aid or some form of grant or scholarship, oftentimes they have rules that don't allow you to take courses outside of your program of study. And so if you're self-advising and you do something incorrect, it's going to cost you money in the long run. So make sure that if you have not completed the future course plan part of the advisor meeting assignment, that you go do that now. And so you'll be ready to sit down in WebAdvisor and actually register. When you are finished registering in WebAdvisor, you are going to take a screenshot of your schedule and you will submit that in the next semester schedule link. All you are going to do is just give me a screenshot of your next semester schedule, and I'm going to show you how to do that in WebAdvisor. All right. When you are in, let me move my camera. I'm sorry, guys. When you are in WebAdvisor, you are going to click on the blue Students tab over to the right-hand side. And you are going to go about your registration. Here you'll see the register and drop sections. Once you get through all of that process, the registration process, you are going to come down here, the bottom right corner, and click on My Class Schedule. The drop-down menu here, you are going to select Spring 2022. When you do that, you're going to hit this button, submit. Now, I can't hit submit because I don't have a schedule for the spring, but you will and you can. When you hit the submit button, your schedule for the spring will pop up. I need a screenshot of your schedule. And if you can't tell, I'm kind of old here, okay, and I have my little glasses on, so I need you to be very careful in the screenshot. Make sure you actually just get the part of the schedule. Don't give me the whole screen because I can't read that in Moodle. Moodle's pretty bad to my eyes. But give me the screenshot. You can take that screenshot and you can put it in a Google Doc. You can submit the whole Google Doc, or you can take that screenshot and save it as a image file. Most of the time, JPEG files will open inside of Moodle, and that would be a great way to go. Please don't do anything funky, no HTML files or anything like that. You'll just drop it in the submission link. That's all you have to do. So you are going to register for classes anyway. And so, hey, here you go. You were going to register for classes anyway. I'm just going to give you 100 for it. So go ahead and take a few minutes and get that done. Pop that in that submission link and earn that 100. So that is all you have to do for session 12. Now, before I cut this video off, I do want to take a moment and address what happens right now if you are not passing ACA. That means if you do not have a 70.0 or higher, you are not currently passing ACA. If that is you, please understand that you will not be allowed to register yourself for the spring semester. You will have already received an email from me explaining this to you guys. And if that applies to you, you're going to have to meet with an advisor. They are going to make sure that you are registering for the correct courses for the spring, and they are going to register you for another ACA 122 course in case you do not pull your average up above a 70.0 by the end of the semester. If you do pull your average up above a 70.0, I will personally make sure that ACA for the spring comes off your schedule and that the flag is removed off of your account, which will allow you in the future to register yourself. If you don't pull your average up above a 70 by the end of the semester, then the ACA class that is already on your schedule for the spring will remain and you will retake ACA in the spring. I've been sending weekly emails giving you grade updates. And so if this is you, please make sure that you're paying attention to those grade updates, that you're reading the late work policy in the syllabus, and that you're communicating with me about submitting your late work assignments. If you have any questions about anything that I've reviewed in this video pertaining to session 12, please make sure that you reach out to me as soon as possible and let me know what's going on, and I'll be happy to help. Y'all have a fantastic day.